Hello everyone, welcome once again to another Power BI tutorial on our channel. In this part, you are learning how to create Megamart sales performance analysis dashboard in Power BI. Here you can see we have data of a Megamart, which is basically a superstore where we have product category, region, customer name, etc. And on the basis of sales and profit data, we have created some KPIs representing total sales value, quantity sold, average profit margin, total profit, number of orders in the given period. We have prepared an order date price filter which will show you data as per the dates selected. We have also given customer name filter, payment method filter. If you will select any one of them, then you will be able to see the performance. If you will select all of them, then performance. So on the basis of these things, you will be able to see different metrics. This is by product, total sales and profit, profit by region, sales by region. We'll also understand how to create this type of ribbon chart. So let's get started with this. So the data set that we are going to use in this project is Megamart sales performance data set. So we have got this data set from a Megamart, and we have just generalized the customer ID, customer name column. So in the data set, you can see we have order ID. So you can see we have a lot of order IDs, around 300 of them have been fetched here. We have order date. So all the orders you can see are from 2024. So we will be doing monthly analysis, seeing monthly total number of orders, monthly sales, etc. We have customer ID here, customer name, region is given from which region of the country was this order placed, because this Megamart is available in different regions. Then we have product category like furniture, electronic, grocery, clothing, etc. So we can see in which category we have highest sales, in which category we have lowest sales. Then we have product also. So just for general purpose, we have given simple product names like table, laptop, smartphone. But when you will get the actual data set, you will see names of SKUs or real name of product along with their brand names. So that will not make too much difference here, but this is something that you can do. And now you have quantity sold, how much quantity of that product is sold. So let's say unit price is 399, quantity sold is 5. So this is the multiplication of that. So 399 times this. Okay? And then we have the profit margin, how much profit margin did we have. And based on profit margin, we have done the calculation that what is the profit amount. If total sales is this and profit margin is 26.69%, then what is profit amount? So as a as a testing purpose or as a practice purpose, you can also try to create these type of calculated columns in Excel, calculated columns in Power BI or Tableau or whatever you will use to analyze this data. Then what payment method was used for this, and what is the order status, whether it is cancelled, pending or completed. So in order to get total sales, we will not calculate total sales of cancelled order, right? We will only consider pending or completed. So we will see how many products that are pending, the order status is pending, what is the total sales value for products that have been sold, what is the total sales value. Those type of things can be done. And then we have customer segment, so which is wholesale, corporate, retail. So now you have the explanation of the data set. On the basis of this, we will prepare some dashboards. Next is we will open Power BI desktop. I am just using Power BI desktop optimized for report server. Opening it, you may have a different version. A simple Power BI desktop would also do the same thing. So just open it and read the Excel file there. In order to read the Excel file, just ignore this warning, you will not get it. So we need to click on this Excel workbook icon to connect with the file. Now you can see we have Megamart sales performance dataset. We will simply load it. And now we have the first sheet. When you are loading the sheet, make sure that column headers are appearing properly. They are. We are not seeing column 1, column 2, something like that. So now we will simply load the data. Now after creating it or after loading the data, we can simply right click here and rename it. So we are going to rename it as sales because it's sales data. We will go to home tab where we can insert a text box. So we will simply drag it like this and call it Megamart sales analysis, sales performance analysis dashboard. And we will simply make it bold. Let's select a size that is equal to this 28. Next thing is we can select any font color for now. We can go to effects and enable a shadow or a visual border if you want to enable. So this way we have our data set, Megamart sales performance analysis dashboard. The other thing that we have to do is prepare some KPIs. KPIs are key performance indicators. So here for example we have quantity sold. So how much total quantity has been sold, what is total sales, what is average profit margin, what is total profit amount. These type of things can be used as a KPI. So what we can do here, we can simply use the card here, and in the card we can simply copy the format painter and apply. So copy it, apply it in the card, or we will see later. And here we will drag total sales. So you can see 391.81k. We'll go to call out value. Let's take call out value close to 32. and you can see its label as sum of total sales. So this label is visible at category level. So we can make it bold, and we can also try to increase its size. Sum of total sales 13 size, and you can choose some font. Similarly for callout value also, we can choose some font color. We can make it bold, and this is sum of total sales. Here what we can do, because we are facing some problem in applying it, so we will simply go here, go to general tab in effects. We will enable shadow and visual border. We'll select the border color as this blue color. So this is sum of total sales, a simple KPI. So here we can click on the field and rename for this visual as total sales, because this name in itself is self-sufficient. Now we will simply copy it 3 or 4 times, because this is the number of times we want to show KPIs, or the number of different KPIs we want to show. Now we have quantity sold. So what is total quantity sold? Total quantity sold will be, from here we will bring quantity sold and use sum. Okay. So here also we will simply write total quantity sold. So you can see in total we have sold 1649 different quantity of product. Next we have unit price. So if you want, you can write average unit price. That is totally up to you. Then we have profit margin, which is in percentage. Now one thing, there is table view, and in profit margin column, when you will go there, so you can, when you will click this column, so you can see it is currently being read as a general format column. You can say it is a percentage value. You can see it is showing differently. So if it was given as something like 0.15 or something like that, then we could have easily converted into percentage. So it is already given as a percentage. So we can simply drag average profit margin, which is 5.3. It is showing as 5.34k. That's why instead of sum we will write this, and we will rename it as average profit margin. So this 17.81 percentage is the average profit margin that we can see here. Now we can try one more thing. We can go to modeling tab. From here click on new measure, and here I am trying to write average profit margin. Okay, so that's what the name I have given to this measure. We are using concatenate function. In concatenate function, you can write 2 or 3 different text, right? So here you can write 2 text. First text that we are writing is we are calculating average profit margin, and then we are concatenating it with a percentage sign. Okay, the second value is a literal percentage string. So let's drag that, and here we will remove it and drag the measure. So you can see average profit margin 17.81. Now we can go to call out value and say number of decimal places 1 or 2. So even though we are saying it is not showing that, so what we can do here is, let's say display unit balance, it is not accepting our request. So what we have to do, we have to use round here. Okay, so usually there is a function called round. In round you write number, so this will be our number, then by comma separated number of digits, let's say 2. Okay, and we will write this. So now actually what we have to do is, because we are using concatenate, so we are going to write round with average. Okay, so here we will write average profit margin, then we are inside the round function. So in round function we will write 2. Here we'll close the round function. So here you can see round function is closed, then concatenation. So we will get rid of this 2 and get rid of this bracket as well. Now let's try. So obviously taking care of brackets will be very important, and now you can see 17.81%. So this way also you can show, and this space is coming because I have provided a space literally here. If you don't want that space, you can show it like this. So this is total sales, sum of quantity sold, average profit margin on each product, and then let's see what else we can get. So this is profit amount. So what is the total profit overall? So as we have total sales, we will have total profit also. So this is actually total profit. So we can write total profit amount or total profit, right? So now we have Megamart sales performance, and we have our KPIs here. One very interesting thing to have is how many total orders are here, right? So in order to calculate total number of orders, we can simply use count rows function. So we can go to modeling tab, new measure, or write number of orders. So in number of orders, we will write count rows, because here each row is representing this. There are easier ways to do this, but I'm just showing you so that you can learn from DAX also. Here is sales. I will tell you the easier way. In count rows, we just write the name of table, and here I will simply bring number of orders, which is 300. This is very easy to do without writing DAX. How we can do? Let's say I create another copy here. So for every order, you can see we have unique order ID. So we can drag order ID here and say we want to count distinct order ID, because distinct order ID is actually the total number of orders. Luckily here it is not being repeated. So either you do it like this or like this. Okay, now you have learned both ways. So this is number of orders, this is average profit margin, and now our KPIs are prepared. Next is we will try to see monthly performance, like monthly trend of sales. For that, we will simply use a line chart. We can also use an area chart. So let's drag an area chart here, and I will use the width just twice its width and try to keep the height so that two such elements can be fit here. Okay, so this much is okay. Now what I'm going to do on x-axis, see, whenever you have a column that is date, when you will go to column view in your table view, and you will go to column tools, you will see the format in which your date is appearing. So whenever you will have that, you will see an hierarchy. In your hierarchy, you will see year, quarter, month, and day all are given. So let's say we consider quarter and month. Okay. So now Power BI will try to summarize the data for these quarter and months. What we can do, we can bring the total sales on x-axis, and total profit also we can bring on y-axis. Okay. We can also use a secondary axis to show sales versus profit because both of them are in dollars. So we can compare them. Okay. And we can use this click to drill down, and here once we are clicking to drill down, you can see we have quarter and month. So this is showing data for January and February because uh, in our data set we only have data for January and February. Okay, but usually you will have more data, so you will see monthly performance. In these two cases, we can see sum of sales in January was more, and in February both profit and sales have declined. Now what we can do, we can click here and we can go to General tab, Title. This is total sales and profit by month. So we will adjust its title. This is sales and profit by month. We will use the color, make it bold, and align it to center. Next thing is in the general tab itself, in effect, we will simply enable shadow and visual border. So this is total sales and profit, and the visual border that we will enable. So for that visual border, we are going to use this color, and for shadow also we can use the same color. Now we can keep the copy of it. Okay, so we will adjust it like this, and here what we can do, we can take a categorical column like region or product category or product name and try to see both sales and profit. When we are saying we will try to see both sales and profit. So let's consider product category. There are 4 product categories and there are these many product names. Okay, so when we are saying we want to do it for both cases, so in that case what we have to do, we have to choose either a clustered column chart or a stacked column chart because we want to show two different measures by comparing them on x-axis. So I am showing you example of clustered. This is clustered. This is sales, and for this much sale, we have this much profit. And this is stacked. So you can keep any one of them. Okay. Since we want to show more values, so we can show it like this. Here, instead of order, what we are simply going to do is we are going to select products, so that you will see product wise profit and sales. So here you will bring product name, and you can see product wise profit and sales. Total sales and profit per product we can write here per product. Total sales and profit per product. So this is something that we can easily create. Now there is one more thing. We can go here and enable data labels. So when you will zoom this, you will be able to see for how much profit, for how much sale, how much profit has been made in each category. Okay. Now here you can see this is legend. In legend we have text and title. Okay. So this is legend. If you want to disable the legend, you can disable it like this, or you can enable. That will be your choice. So and from this report we can say out of all products, eggs have been sold. The total maximum sales is there in eggs, but maximum profit is not there in it. Maximum profit is there in case of shirt, is there in case of smartphone, etc. Okay, so this way you will be able to analyze which are most profitable items in your store. So this is one very important thing. If you want to enable data labels, you can enable them here also, so that they will add more detail to your data. Well, sales and profit are there. Now, one very important thing is to know region-wise profit. Okay, so in order to see region-wise profit and region-wise sales, what we can do, we can simply create a donut chart. In donut chart, first we will use the format painter to copy the entire thing, and here we are going to, we can put them side by side. If you want, you can put 2 of them side by side, and in one of them we can show profit, in other we can show sales. So for example, let's select this. In legend, we will drag region here, and here we will see region name, and in values we will drag profit. So we will have profit amount. So this is region wise profit, and here, so sum of profit by region. So instead of that, we will select it, and instead of showing as sum of profit, what we are going to do, simply profit by region. Okay, and here what we can do, we can simply bring sales. So obviously there are a lot of columns with sales, so we will click on it and bring total sales as value, and in legend we are going to bring region. There are many ways of doing this, like obviously since these are 2 different values, we can also show it like this. We can drag both sales and profit in the same axis also. But I will just prefer that we are showing sales and profit like this. Okay. The slice colors are automatically selected based on our theme. And here I will just go and optimize the title. So this will be total sales by region. This will be total profit. We can simply write sales by region or revenue by region. Okay. Now you can analyze that region wise if we'll see the data. So we can see here that in south region we have highest profit, but in south region the sales is not the highest. So this way actually you can compare. In west region we have highest value of sales, and west region is second in terms of profit. So this way you can select. Now we can quit it. Okay, this is very important thing. Now we can see the region wise performance. And next important thing is product category for us. So we can show multiple things like product category, payment method, order status. Everything is very important. So what we are going to do is make some space here and put more charts so that we can show it, right? So this is total sales and profit by month. This is total sales and profit by product. Here we can drag, and we are going to show for filters we will create more space. So we can actually make more space here since we have many categorical fields. So we have to adjust our space here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pause this and make some space and then resume. So now since we have created the total sales and profit per product here, what we can do, we can simply get rid of product name here. And instead of this, we will be more interested in seeing customer segment. So because we have already created that, so we will add customer segment here. And you can see how much in corporate segment, wholesale and retail segment, how much of sales have been made. Another very important thing here, that order status can be idle, cancelled, completed or pending. So based on the order status, we need to provide some kind of filter to the users so that they can see the total sales value, total profit value for different type of orders that we have. So we will add a simple slicer here, and in the slicer we will simply drag the order status field. You can see the three fields here. We will go to format your visual setting, slicer setting, and here we have vertical list. We will use a tile, so you will be able to see cancelled, completed and pending. In values you have background, so we will select a background that is more suited to the theme color. Okay, let's say we select this color or a light color. And font color, we can select something that is dark and bold and a little bit font size should be such that it is visible. We will again go to general and effects. We will enable shadow and visual border to it also, so that now we have. So what it will mean, suppose you want to see overall performance for all completed orders, so you will simply click on completed and you will see. For only pending orders, for all cancelled orders, you will be able to see. So when you will select completed, that will be the actual sale performance that you can see. Now since we have added one filter, we can add other filters also here, and those will be very much important for us. For example, if we want to see monthly performance, we can add months as a filter. Okay, because in this case we have only 2 months, but usually we can add month, quarter or even date as a filter. So for example, we can add date as a field, and you will see a date filter like this. Okay, where you can change the date range and you will be able to see the values. One other thing that we have to do is we can simply go to this slicer setting, and actually in slicer setting we will disable the slicer header from here, and in general we will enable it. This is order date. Okay, and we will make it bold. We will select a color and align it to center. Then in effects we will enable shadow and visual border. So this is order date. You can adjust its height and width. So now we have the order date. Similarly, we will create another filter where we can put the customer name also. Let's say we want to see customer name wise performance, if that is the case. So in such cases, because the list is quite long, in slicer setting we can enable a drop down, and in selection we can enable show select all. And here you can select one or two customer or select all of them, and you will be able to see when have they ordered, how much profit have they made from these customers, what average profit margin have been given to them, and so on. Now another thing that is remaining here is payment method wise analysis of sales and profit. So to do that, let's say we create a ribbon chart. Okay, in ribbon chart, what we are going to do, on x-axis we will drag the payment method. So we will drag payment method, and on y-axis we are going to drag sales. So this is sales, total sales. Okay, and on y-axis itself we can also drag maybe profit amount. Okay, whatever you want to bring. So now we have sum of sales and sum of profit by payment method. Okay, so you can see if the payment method is PayPal. So you can see basically a trend is here that in PayPal the total sales is more and profit is also highest. So second is bank transfer, then cash, then credit card. Okay, so we can use a chart like this or a simple ribbon chart. Then in ribbon chart we can additionally add one more field in the legend part. And in the legend part, what we are going to bring is we are going to bring the order status, which is very important thing for us. So in legend, when you will bring that, okay. So we have, but we have to remove any one of them because color is already occupied there. So now what this is a more or this is a better case. So what we are seeing here in legend, when you are seeing this, what does this mean? That first of all, let me change the title and then I will explain. So this is total sales by payment method. And as we have done for total sales, we can also do it for profit margin. So here we have the profit amount. So now what is this showing? In ribbon chart, you can see the rank of payment method completed is highest in PayPal, but in bank transfer it is second. Then it is again highest in case of cash. Okay, the completed payment is highest in cash and completed payment is lowest in case of credit card. So you will be able to see rank of a particular category here in other category on the basis of value of sales that we have. And what we can do, we can very easily enable data levels here. When you will zoom it, you will be able to see those values also because it is the graph size is so small that we cannot see. So we can try to reduce it, but even still it will not be able to show us. So this is the important case. And this is how you can create a simple dashboard for your Megamart sales performance analysis. Please don't forget to change all the titles. So for example, here we have the customer name. And as we created these filters, so I have made some space. I just reduced the size of my heading to 20. And I have added some more filters here like product category payment method. Let's say someone wants to see for only cash product category in North region and for electronic products, what is the value of sales. Okay. And anyone can go here and again click on select all to see the data for all the values that we have without applying any filter. So this is how we can create a simple Megamart sales analysis dashboard, and which is interactive and will help the analyst in understanding overall performance of the company across different categories, region, order status wise, etc. If you like this tutorial, please follow other videos in our series. Then you will be able to understand creating this type of dashboards in a better way. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.